Hey there, are you planning on making a move to Buda, Texas? Well, let's take a look at some homes in the $400,000 to $500,000 price range here in Buda, which is about the median price range bracket. Right now, we're at a 440,000 for median home price on our resale homes here in Buda. That's about 212, 213 per square foot, and that gives you about a 2,150 median square footage on the home. Right now we're on Main Street here in Buda, checking things out. If you're new to the channel, my name's Rob Novak, your Hays County realtor, here to show you all the best of real estate and lifestyle here in Hays County. Like I said, today we're in Buda on lovely Main Street. Love walking around here right outside the Donut Palace and Meridian, coming up on the Cigar Vault. So let's take a look at these homes right now. All right, we are starting today in the Garlic Creek neighborhood, which is a really cool neighborhood with a lot of amenities. You've got a pool, clubhouse, workout facility, snack bar, parks, stuff like that. Very nice, very desirable. A lot of people really love living here. It's very convenient as well, right near the intersection of 967 and 1626, kind of the two main roads here on the west side of Buda. You're also very conveniently located to all the schools your kids could go to, right here, just off of 967, 1626. Again, you're right there at Elm Grove is going to be the elementary school. Then you've got Dahlstrom and Johnson High School right across the way. So we're taking a look here at this home right behind me. This nice limestone siding home. It's listed right here just over the 400,000 mark at 405. It's about a 1,500 square foot house, 1,557. That gives it a price per square foot of about, let's see, 260. Sorry, I got to consult my notes here. There's a lot of houses out here. So that gets you a 3-bed, 2-bath house right here in Garlic Creek, right there, front facing garage, and really nice little area in here. You can see very nice lot and block neighborhood here. Like I said, tons of amenities. People really love it. Inside the home is, pretty standard house with a 3-bed, 2-bath. You get kind of everything you need and nothing you don't. Very good starter home, I feel like, for folks looking in Buda. So let's take a look, drive through the neighborhood, and see what else we can find. For our second house in Buda, we are in the Sunfield neighborhood, the famous Sunfield neighborhood. Thousands of houses, huge master plan community, multiple amenity centers. There's 2 currently, a 3rd is on the way. Of course, one of those current ones is the one with the lazy river that everybody loves to talk about. And just last year, they did open the Sunfield Elementary School right in the middle of the neighborhood. So that's really great if you got kids in the elementary school age. But today we are talking about this home right behind me. A beautiful 2-story home, 2,373 square feet, listed right at the resale median right now of $440,000. That puts it at about, I believe, 185 a square foot. And that's going to get you 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms with your primary suite downstairs, all the other bedrooms upstairs, as well as a secondary living area loft space. So it's a very nice, very well laid out. You've got a lot of natural light coming in from the windows, very open feel there downstairs, and a very nice backyard with a beautiful covered patio that's going to make those outdoor gatherings super nice. All right, so our final home is going to take us to the Coves of Cimarron neighborhood. Now, this is an older neighborhood built in the 70s, 80s, and it's going to have larger lots, not like the other neighborhoods we've seen that have been, you know, much more modern with that smaller lot feel. So you can see around here lots of mature trees, and we're taking a look at this home right behind me. Right here, it's about a 1,700 square foot home listed right at the top of this price bracket at $499. So it's 1,700 square feet. That puts it at about pretty high on the price per square foot. I believe it's let's see here, $293 per square foot. So again, about a little over 1,700 square foot, built in 1988, but once you look inside, you would not believe it was built in 1988. Very, very nicely updated, beautiful tile in the bathrooms. You've got the wood look tile throughout on the flooring, and the lot is just under half an acre at 0.46. So, I mean, if you look around, you could say it's pretty worth it for $499 for almost half an acre, a beautifully updated home in a very desirable neighborhood. There's also a pool, tennis courts, and obviously you can see here there are some sidewalks that you can walk, jog, bike very comfortably in this neighborhood. So, all right, well, stick around. We'll look at those closed stats for Buda here in just a second. here we are back in the office, ready to talk about that closed data that I said I was going to share with you earlier in this video. So what we're looking at right now is a bit of a chart that's showing closed resale homes, not new homes, but closed resale homes within the last 90 days in Buda. So we can take a look at some data and you can see kind of what's going on the market right now as of October 2023. So we'll start over here and kind of look at what is an average home in Buda or for a resale. So right now, minimum, you'll find a 2.1, maximum a 6.5. Could be bigger. These are just the closed ones, but I'm actually kind of surprised that there was a 2.1. Those are very rare down here. So at least in the last 3 months, one of those closed. So, but your average and median even is going to be a 3-bed, 3-bath, probably a 2-story, but somewhere around 2,000 square feet. Okay. So that'll be kind of the typical home that you're going to find in Buda, which is, pretty average, I would say, overall for most of America and definitely most of suburbia in Texas, at least, if not the surrounding states as well. So 3-bed, 3-bath average, more like a 3.5 probably. But yeah, so you'll have the 2,000 square feet average and median there, just a little over on the average, and the median just over as well. And your lot square feet is generally going to be, like 0.18, 1.19 acres or so, 40 to 55 foot wide to 120 foot deep. That's going to be your general lot size. But there is more opportunity, I'd say, in Buda than in like Kyle to find a larger lot. So if larger lot is what you're looking for, then I would say Buda is probably where you're going to want to target as opposed to Kyle. It's not unheard of in Kyle, but it's more common in Buda to find maybe like a 1/4 acre, 1/2 acre, something like that. So our list prices are, average and median in the $400,000 to $500,000 range, which is why I wanted to tack these stats onto this video in particular, because that was the price range we're looking at. So median 410, average 470. Anything in there is going to be pretty typical of what you're going to find in Buda. Are there less expensive options? Yes, absolutely. There are plenty of options in like the $300,000 to $400,000 range. So if you're not quite at the $400,000 range, don't get discouraged, but that's going to be a typical average home in Buda. Now, of course, this big daddy up here on the max, this $1.5 million home, was, it's probably throwing some things in there. But again, that's why we look at the average and the median, so we're not too pulled off by something like that 1.5 million. It's not typical, but it's more common to see stuff in that price range in Buda as opposed to Kyle or even San Marcos. This price range might be more reflective of Dripping Springs as well. But yeah, it's going to be the top end of the range or so, generally speaking. Now, going over here, we'll kind of go over to the right a little bit. Oops, sorry, went a little too far. But we'll look at these closed prices. So you can see that our lowest closed price was $265 and our lowest list price was $269. So a little bit of a discrepancy there. Highest list price $1.49, highest closed price $1.5. But then our closed prices are again average and median in the $400,000 range, $404 to $460. So a little bit lower than our average and median list prices, which you'll see over here on our closed price to listing price ratio. Essentially 98 to 99% closed price to list price ratio, which isn't bad until you look at the closed price to original list price ratio. And we're looking at a bit lower, 94.45 on average, 96.5 on median. So what this means is homes are coming on the market a little overpriced right now in Buda. at least in the last few months. Now, this could be correcting right now. We could see a higher ratio here soon. Of course, I don't have that data yet. We got to wait a couple months maybe. These are, lagging indicators right now. So, right now, as of, looking at a house and what you're going to pay for it today, we're looking at, pretty much spot on. Okay. Now, where this really factors into is sellers and people who are looking to sell right now really need to be aware of that original versus closed price ratio. Because what it says is people are still coming on the market a little high and they're having to adjust down. And we don't want to chase the market down too much, because then you're going to lose even more value. So you really want to listen to a realtor who does this every day, like me, and, look at the actual data and base your list price on that data. We can put any price on it that you want, but, until you show value at that price for that house, no one's going to buy it at that price unless you are showing value for price. So we'll help you do that to, excuse me, make sure you avoid having to reduce your price, even once. So that's what we're here for. That's what real estate professionals help you do as a seller. We're going to help make sure that your first price is the right price. As a buyer, we're going to look at these numbers and say, look, the prices that are on the market right now are generally what you're going to pay, especially if it's been on the market for, a good couple weeks. They've already had a price drop. That's probably the lowest that they're going to go. Of course, case by case, it's going to be different. If, it's a little overpriced to begin with, and my data shows that, and I'm talking to you as my buyer, and I'm saying, hey, buyer, this house is listed at $415, but I can really only show comps at $400. So let's offer $400 so that we don't get to an appraisal issue, and, see if they take it or see if they'll start a conversation, kind of a thing. If it's been sitting for a couple months, which actually I'm really kind of happy with these active days on market numbers, 39 on average, 30 median. That's really not that bad right now, a month to two being on the market. So it's actually pretty encouraging, those signs. Obviously, we've got a max here of 279. What that tells me is that was either a very unique, that's probably the 1.5 listing, honestly, because, once you get into that upper echelon, you are going to be waiting longer. Now, if you're in this average median range for prices, 400,000 to 500,000, then you should expect to sell your house in a month to a month and a half right now, as long as it's priced right and you're not having to take some reductions. But yeah, these are all really encouraging numbers, actually, for both buyers and sellers. So what this is telling me again is that buyers, the price you see right now is generally the price you're going to pay. And you've got some competition because people are coming in and buying a house in a month or so. So, we had a little bit of time where it was okay to go look at a house, think about it for a week and then write an offer. We're definitely not in see the house and write an offer, on the hood of the car anymore, but you might have a day or two to think about it and not a week or two. Okay. So let's keep that in mind as we're shopping as buyers, and sellers, be encouraged that buyers are buying right now, in Buda. And that's what this data is showing me. So things are moving, as long as you're priced right. And, it's looking pretty healthy right now. I do wish we had more inventory, of course, but, this is where we are. And if you can afford to buy and you need to buy right now, it's still a great time. So reach out if you have any questions about that, need some help with that buying, with that selling, whatever you're doing here in Buda, we can help. And I look forward to talking to you guys on the next video.